Okay everybody, it's Super Bowl Sunday. My name is Leslie Williams. I am a target victim and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be called gang stalking. And if you're a true, seasoned, educated target individual, you will understand why I'm making this video. If you're not, if you're an individual who doesn't even know about gang stalking, you're just going to have to trust me. Every single statement that I make in this video is based on extremely rational, deliberated conclusions as a result of educated knowledge, extensive experience. My name is Leslie Williams. I live in La Jolla, California, San Diego County. Today's date is Super Bowl Sunday, February 1st, 2015. Now, right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my tent. Okay, this is a sensor alarm. Once you turn this alarm on, you got 15 seconds to place it in the area where you want the sensor to cover. If anything gets moved or anybody walks by it and disturbs it in that scope of what's being covered through the sensor, the alarm will go off. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kneel over here. Just bear with me for a second. You'll understand what's going on here in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bend over here. I'm kneeling right now in front of the tent. The tent is, after I turn the sensor alarm on and then set it inside the tent, I'm going to have to, it's obvious that I'm going to have to hurry up and close it up, and then I'll be putting this combination lock, locking the exterior of the tent so nobody can walk up to it and unzip it to get into it. So let me do that, and then I'll explain to you why it's happening. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that I'm placing the sensor alarm to the on position. And then I'm going to have to hurry up and set it inside the tent, put the camera down in order to be able to free my hands so I can zip the tent up. Then I'm going to lock it, and then I'll show you it. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, so you see me turning it on, setting it inside the tent. Okay, and now I got to hurry up and shut the tent. Now locked. Okay. Now, you might think to yourself, what the hell's going on? What's this all about? Is this woman crazy? Absolutely not. This is being done for a security measure, and I'm going to basically describe why right now. But first, what I got to do is pull the pull this black weatherization sheet that acts as a door that covers the front of the tent. And that door was put on. The whole entire tent is got black weatherization sheets on all sides of it except for the floor, because it's not needed for the floor. This is done to keep the cold weather out. It's done to keep any rodents or anything that might try to come a-calling. And it's done to also keep the cold air out. Now this is how this tent looks every night that I'm in it, when I wake up in the morning, and this is how it looks when I leave for the day. This location goes by a code word. It's actually a code abbreviation that accurately describes the location that this area is in reference to where the tent's at within the area of the location. That code notation that describes this location in reference to its property, and even the physical geographics that describes where the property is located at, is as follows: RR Colony 5. Now, what I do is I basically attach codes to the geographical areas and location where the camping site's at for legal and strategic purposes and for security reasons. Once I move from an area that a code has been attached to it, I then will make a video and disclose what the code meant, if that is necessary and appropriate, because I might move from this area and stay in the same location, just not at the same spot. So just bear with me and you'll understand why I'm making this video in a minute. Now, what I'm getting ready to do, I'm moving from this area. I have literally spent the last 2 weeks bagging up all my property in weatherizations bags so the rain don't get to it. Then it's been all itemized, categorized, and then put in designated areas so I can just grab and go. Kind of like 72-hour grab and go kits, and I got a lot of it. You wouldn't believe how much of it I got. The point being is that in organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions, they make the target individual homeless. Now that's all over the internet. All you got to do is Google it and even YouTube it, and you'll see them telling you the truth. Now, the reason why I decided to make this particular video on this date, in fact, I'm going to keep this video because this is a technique that I'm going to be using, okay, on every day that I'm here, and then gotta see, because my backpack's inside the tent with my computer in it and some other salvageables. I'm literally gonna have to carry this bag with me to the spot I'm getting ready to talk to you about in a minute, just in case they decide to see, because what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to be literally walking away from this tent once I put some additional branches up against it and some other 55-gallon black contractor bags in front of it, and that's going to be done, and maybe even some of these things right here, okay, that I've been using for to keep the mud off my shoes. Now, just bear with me, you'll understand what's going on in a minute. Now, and then what I'm going to do is prop the woods, the pieces of stick up, like you see here, some additional 55-gallon contractor bags in front of the tent, and then some of that straw, and that is going to be done. So once I do that, I'll be walking through this spot right here, which you can see it's going to definitely take some finagling to get through there. It's going to take a lot of bending and it's very obstructed. Now, why am I going to do that? Carrying the gray bag with me while the tent's locked up with a sensor alarm in it and multiple things put in front of it. Because once I walk through this area, bending over multiple times and fighting branches and bushes and everything, I'm going to be going over to that spot, which is on the other side of this big old thing. And this big old thing is right next to the tent. Now, the reason I'm going to be doing that is because what I am doing right now is probing that area for the first time. Now, I'm already being gang stalked at this area. I'm cleverly being gaslighted at this area, and understand, I know for a fact that seasoned, educated, targeted individuals know exactly what I'm talking about, because these little filthy rat-ass whores, these sewer rats that are managing this gang stalking expedition, okay, they want to intentionally, mentally, overtly, creatively, and even covertly let you know that you're being gang stalked. That's designed for mental and psychological harassment. To give you a preliminary introduction so you can see that they do extremely crazy stuff just to get up into the head of a target to make them feel mentally harassed, go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll literally see in that video that they got on the roof of this guy's home, okay, to constantly do things to piss him off and drive him crazy. Now, extensively research gang stalking if you don't know what it is, and you'll see once you do through the extensive research that you're doing with a mature posture, you will see what is happening to us gang stalking targets. So you might think to yourself, okay, well, why is she doing all this just to go over to an immediate area on the other side of this big old thing? Well, because for one, I've already showed you the obstructions that I got to go through to get to it. If anybody approaches this area or my tent while I'm open there, and even attempts to use a knife to get inside the tent while I'm in there, okay, they won't care about this sensor alarm, and they know I bought this sensor alarm because I was literally gang stalked inside the Radio Shack where I bought it. Absolutely. Go to Google and type in gang stalking in businesses. Just do it. Literally. And I am going to take the word over a targeted individual, okay, over skepticism from people in the public who might not have enough educated knowledge about gang stalking. Basically what I'm about to say is you can go to Google and type in how they will monitor the purchases of a target. Now, that is online, baby cakes, and a lot of targeted individuals are saying that their purchases are being monitored. And when you look at the extensive involvement that the business community is in reference to them participating in gang stalking of targets, just Google it. So when you think about it, if you go to one of your major grocery store chains that is in your particular city, town, or state, like Ralph's or Kroger's or Vons or Albertsons, and you go in there and you're being, and as a result of you being a gang stalking target, the management, employees, and even security guards of the plaza will participate in the gang stalking of the targeted individual. So what do you do when you go into a business? You go into a business to buy things, and if the gang stalking perpetrators want to make sure that they know what you're doing at all times, and they use that information pertaining on what you're doing, where you're going, including your cyber activity, they use that for a threat assessment or a benefit analysis. Is there something he or she is buying or doing that can benefit us that we can use against them? Can it be considered a threat? Like what? Like, what do you think I might be talking about? A fucking tape recorder. A video camera that I'm taking this video file with right now. So they will then tailor what they do to make sure that the threat is minimalized. In other words, they know I got a tape recorder, so when they bring individuals to me and towards me at my camping area, they are told to act out specific verbal theatrics, so my own tape recorder will make it appear that why they're in my presence is anything but gang stalking, and even try to call me crazy. Now, I'm not going to go into a long tirade right now pertaining to how gang stalking operates. It's all over the internet pertaining to how they operate. The point being is this. When I go over there, if there's anybody over there, that will be directly connected to gang stalking, no matter how the fuck they act or who they are, including kids. And you can go to Google and type in gang stalking and kids. Literally. Just Google it. And you'll see that these little criminal motherfuckers will literally use kids, teenagers, neighbors, anybody. Fucking anybody. Just Google it. And you'll see I'm literally telling you the truth. Now, why am I still making this video, you might think to yourself? Well, because if I go over there, they could come up in here and I give two shits about the sensor alarm going off. Use any means to get inside the tent to grab the duffel bag and the computer just to make me feel violated. Because whenever a person is being victimized, case in point, you could come home and you park your car in the driveway, and you get outside of your car and you punch in the security code for your garage door. Would you do this in front of a known neighborhood thug? No, you wouldn't. Now, say if you're having a problem with a neighborhood thug who seems to be harassing you specifically, would you believe that if you got outside of your car to put the security code in your alarm and didn't notice that he was walking down the street, walked right by you when he did it, and then the next day you come home and your garage is broken into, what would you think? You would think, well, we've already had past problems with this fucking asshole. He was walking right behind me and I didn't see it when I was putting my security code in, and then the next fucking day you come home and the shit's missing out of your garage. What would you think? Especially if it's a thug that's has already got the reputation in the community as being a thief. You would automatically deduce in your mind that this motherfucker broke into your garage as a result of you not seeing him walking by you as you're putting your security code in. It's the same friggin' concept, literally. Or like hiding your house keys or your garage key outside and somebody's seeing you do it. It's the same fucking concept. See, fellow American citizens, what I am literally trying to explain to you today is that these are the literal friggin' schemes of gang stalking. Okay? And if you take the time, and I am sorry that I'm repeating myself, but if you just take the time to research every description I've described in this video, you will see that I'm telling you the truth. Because what do you think you're going to feel when you come home and you see your garage has been broken into and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of tools have been stolen, or your house has been broken into, and all your valuables like your TV, PlayStation, whatever, have been stolen? You know that you spend hundreds of dollars buying this stuff, okay? And you highly suspect the responsible party was responsible for doing it, okay? Then that motherfucker will walk by you and even taunt you creatively about being responsible for it. This is literally what gang stalking victims put up with. Literally. Okay? And understand this and be clear. Right now I got a cell phone attached to my arm. Okay? Think about this. If you went to YouTube and Google and typed in gang stalking and cell phone hacking, look at how they can use a target cell phone for tracking. They can use a target cell phone as a microphone and the camera of the phone, even when the battery's out. Now, when you go to Google and type in the direct conversation method of gang stalking, you will literally see how they will reenact through verbal theatrics to repeat private things that a target did in the privacy of their home or online in order to intentionally, mentally let the target know that their privacy has been violated by intentionally placing people along the target's route to repeat what was observed as a result of their electronics being hacked. So, what am I trying to say? They can literally come down up in here tomorrow or the next day that I'm away from this area, take something of mine, and then have a homeless motherfucking bum who's nothing but a neighborhood lowlife, probably one that's already been associated to this campaign, to literally intentionally walk by me with some of my property in order to provoke, which would be bait to provoke me to confront him, and then that way they can say Miss Williams is a problem, she's obviously violent, she's causing problems, she thinks this guy stole her property, and they will also bait me to talk about where it was stolen from. These are the literal friggin' schemes of gang stalking because they want you to feel mentally raped about the truth concerning what's truthfully happening to you. Literally. Every single thing that I've described in this video is the absolute complete truth. And if you want to know the truth, instead of sitting back and saying this fucking bitch is crazy, which they'll even get online and post comments on my YouTube video that you're schizophrenic, you need help. Really? Well, go to YouTube right now and type in learning disabled woman exposes in-your-face gang stalking. Learning disabled woman caught. Learning disabled woman gang stalking caught. And look and observe how crazy I am. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Tape recorders and video files can't have a mental illness, baby cakes. Now, what I'm going to do after I get done making this video, which is turning out to definitely be longer than I wanted it to be, this video literally applies for any date pertaining to any hiking area that I am at. As soon as I move from here, I'm going to be living in a way pertaining to my camping to where no tent will be left erected when I leave for the day. I bought a very small tent, okay, that the height of it is, I think, well, I'm not going to say the height of it because that's giving too much information, but anyways, so what I'm going to be doing when I move from this area is I'm going to be living in a tent where all I got to do is come home within 15 minutes. It can be erected. I get in it, I sleep, go to bed, sleep, wake up the next morning, take it down, and I'm gone. So what I'm basically doing is I'm dropping off property at areas that are going to be not too far away from where I'll be pitching the tent up. That way, it's closing down the window of opportunity that they have to stage events towards me when the tent's up. Because once the staged event transpires, when they stage this event, they will either stage the witness or the perpetrators or even me if the event's really bad, like an assault or a robbery or even a rape. They will do that to psychologically motivate you to call the police. And that way the police can come out and say, well, what the fuck are you doing here? You're not supposed to be hiking here. Are you on probation for camping? And then put you in jail. They get to walk away with the whole entire crime that they staged towards you and then arrest you. And you can go to Google and type in gang stalking in jails, pertaining to how they will literally even set you up to be assaulted in jail while you're in jail. Organized crime in the system, baby cakes, is what this is. They make targeted individuals homeless to exploit them. Alright, so you can go to YouTube and Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes methods and tactics of gang stalking, learning disabled woman exposes the criminal motivations of gang stalking, and you'll see that I'm telling you the truth. So once I get done making this video, I'm gonna prop some stuff up in front of the tent, so that way if they come up in here, while I'm over there for a very brief short of time and try to get inside the tent, I'll be able to hear it and then come back over this way. If anybody approaches me once I get over there, or if anybody's over there right now, it'll be gang stalking no matter how the fuck they act verbally. They do know I wear a tape recorder. Understand. Absolutely. So, fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegans, fellow La Jollans, my name is Leslie Williams, and this is literally how I gotta live. But I am doing this in reference to dropping my property off at different designated spots so I can bottleneck and almost basically close their window of opportunity of staging an event while a tent's erected, and that way the event will produce the police to be called, and so then they can use and play their role in the expedition. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So there's an extreme probability that they're going to attempt to do something here towards me before I can move all the property out of this specific spot and take this tent down that I just showed you. Okay, there's an extreme probability that it's going to happen, including today. Today's date is Super Bowl Sunday. I gotta go. So as soon as I get done, again, making this, as soon as I stop recording, I'm going to place some additional items in front of the tent. And if they're displaced, I should be able to hear them, and that should give me enough time to run over here and see what's going on. And so the only thing I ask and pray for, hold on one second, let me light my cigarette. Please say a prayer for my safety. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I'm not involved in drugs, I don't drink, I don't sleep around, I don't steal. I am not I only know I can only name the places I've been gang stalked at, and I can identify some individuals that have engaged in at least gross negligence of duty. The San Diego Police Department and the San Diego Sheriff's Department, UCSD Campus Police, SDSU Police, USD Police, and again, the places I've been gang stalked at. in reference to like businesses, libraries, universities, banks, post offices, restaurants, movie theaters, you name it. Now, in closing, because if you're somebody who's never even heard of gang stalking, you may think, so what the fuck? Just go to Google and type in the community notification in gang stalking. Is that how they're able to get so much help in the community to had like when a target goes into a business? Okay. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to stop this video right now, and then I'm going to go over there. Now, another thing in closing. Once I get it, if everything works out copacetic in reference to nothing happening towards me here while this tent's still erected, and then if I use that spot over there periodically, if on any date I come, because I'm always going to make sure that I come back to any designated spot I'm going to use to erect my tent to sleep. If on any date, any designated selected spot has got homeless people propped up at it so I cannot erect a tent, or if they arrive on the scene after the tent is erected, it'll be gang stalking. Because I've already made a tweet with a video picture of the tent I'll be using and posted it to Twitter. They're sending me text messages that are parroting, which means they're repeating the theme of what I put on Twitter. I got the video files to prove it, and the text message is still on my phone. So, and when you look at how parroting, repeating what a target does, is part of the direct conversation method, then you can easily see I'm telling you the truth. But the point being is that this tweet I made pertaining to how I'm going to start camping, talks about how I'm going to get to where I'm going to camp at for the night right before dark. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to basically do what I do with most of my prediction videos, is I'm going to make it private. Okay, but I'm going to keep this video, which means that the video file, it won't be erased, which means what I'll do is keep the video file on the memory card, because the memory card will have a time and date stamp pertaining to the video file to prove that this video prediction was made on Super Bowl Sunday. Hold on. I'm sorry how it looked, but when you're when you're bushcrafting, you know, you don't exactly look your best for one. The point being is that this is a video prediction. My name is Leslie Williams. I live in La Jolla, California, which is in San Diego County. I am being gang stalked to my hiking areas. And they will do anything and use anybody, literally. Neighbors, RP workers, RP volunteer service personnel, utility company personnel, neighbors, homeless people, homeless men, drunks, alcoholics, drug addicts, kids, teenagers. They will literally use anybody to play a role in a staged event towards a target, and they will even stage the witnesses when they stage an event, okay? Because they have to make it appear that the police have a normal appearing reason to know where I'm at. That's right. Alright, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. You can also go to Google and type in, Google and YouTube. Just go to Google and YouTube and type in learning disabled woman being gang stalked in San Diego. Learning disabled woman exposes evidence of gang stalking. Learning disabled woman explains gang stalking, and you'll see what's happening to me. Because, when you look in these YouTube videos, look in the descriptions of them. Because on a lot of them, there's a lot of copied and pasted blog titles, and each of these blogs hold multiple YouTube videos of the same exact identical verbal harassment, identical to a T, happening around me everywhere I go. They're literally propping people up around me to say, gang stalk, crazy, gang stalk, weird, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, suck my dick. Literally. And I've experienced it here as well. Alright, I gotta go. Thank you for listening. Today's date is Super Bowl Sunday, and I am predicting that the New England Patriots will win by either 3, 4, or 6. See you later. Bye.